Shalom. First and foremost, we need to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. All praise and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who brought out this truth many, many years ago. And still to this day preaching us this truth. I want to say shalom to all the true believers, the men and the women that's learning, teaching, and seeking the Lord out with all sincerity and due diligence. I want to say to all shalom. And as you can see, right here, man, we praying for these times that 2026 is the end all be all of Esau Edom, his rulership, end all be all of his rulership, man. And then we coming up next in power. Because right here, it says Netanyahu sends Christmas message to America. It says your children will fight and die for Israel in 2026. And man, we in those times, man. This is how you know 2026, 2027. If we even make it to 2027, 2026 could be that year that the MOTB, the market of the beast, could be bought out. The big draft that's supposed to happen is gonna happen. And clearly, what he says states, hey, he says that it is. And as we know, Israel has been using America as a shield, as a puppet, draining them for all his money and resources, his weapons, giving it to Ukraine, and trillions of dollars of debt. Like this, the man of lawlessness is being revealed, man. To elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and all them. Also, America, the great city of Babylon. He plays his part too. So these places got to get destroyed, man. But like I said, we in those times. Right here, let's go stay right here. Psalms 55 or 21, it says his words are smooth as butter, but here's the point, but in his heart is war. And the Lord is putting his spirit on these men, man, because Trump just bombed Nigeria, claiming that he's worried about the Christians, and we all know that Trump ain't worried about no goddamn Christians. Trump want that gold and oil and all the resources that comes with Africa, set up a military base and set shop up over there. Same thing that he did with all these other countries. He's over there messing with Venezuela's. What is it called? Intercepting their boats, the boats carrying the oil. You know what I'm saying? Setting up shop over there in Venezuela, all for their oil, claiming it was about drug trafficking. But we know that ain't true. You got Iran who just put out a message saying it's going to war with America, Israel, and Europe. So wars in these guys' heart. The Lord is getting these all these different nations stirred up, man. Right? But let's grab a little bit of this article. So as I said, man, right here it says Americans must die for Israel. Been a shield for them. And like I said, they've been giving all their money to Ukraine and all that stuff because that Ukrainian president, he's not even Ukrainian. He's a Jewish man. He works over there with the small hats as well. He's so called Jewish. Even the president over there in Mexico, that woman president, she's a Jewish lady. That's why they was over there rioting over there in Mexico as well. Right here, and it says Netanyahu's holiday message to America isn't peace, it's a warning. 2026 is the year your children will be deployed to fight and die for Israel. Right? So that's all they think we supposed to be shields for these guys, man. Let's grab a little bit of this. It says, as the Israeli Prime Minister heads to Washington for urgent meetings with the White House and Congress, understand this. He's not coming to negotiate, he's coming to finalize one agenda, one destination, war. Right. And so we all know that what they push in that mark of the beast, that MOTB, under one government, one rulership, one religion. Right. Right here it says not a limited conflict, not another proxy skirmish, a globalist war framed as destiny, wrapped in false prophecy and paid for in American dollars and American blood. See that? America has been used nothing, it's nothing but a puppet, it's nothing but a pawn. Right? Donald Trump ain't nothing but a face. He don't control that stuff that's going on in America. All this is being controlled by the small hats, man. It says right here, while you're distracted by holidays and headlines, the globalist machinery is already moving, and once it's switched on, there's no off button. See that? See, while everybody's being distracted, not paying attention to really what's going on, you know, they got all these people distracted with the Epstein Island files, sports, these holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Behind the scenes, man, they getting ready to push out this MOTB. They getting ready to go into World War III. Right? So let's grab this precept right here, Matthew chapter 24. Matthew, hopefully I spelled that right. Matthew 24, right here, 37 out of NLT, 37 to 38. It says right here, when the Son of Man returns, it will be like it was in Noah's day. It says, in those days before the flood, the people were enjoying banquets and parties and weddings right up to the time Noah entered the boat. And what's about to happen? What's about to come up now? New Year's Day. New Year's Eve is tomorrow, I believe. Right? We just had Christmas. We just had Halloween. So as I said, just like how it is in the days of Noah, it's going. That's all that stuff is going on right now. These people are constantly being distracted with Christmas, New Year's Eve. They got it back to back. Soon as Christmas is done, you got to get ready for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You know what I'm saying? These guys are they in for a rude awakening once them lights hit out. Once it's a famine of the word, famine of food and water, the Wi-Fi shortage, the cell phone shortage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of martial law troops on their block. These guys are going to be amazed, man. They ain't gonna know what hit them, right? So let's continue. It says Netanyahu has announced an urgent trip to Washington. He plans to make cease of escalation before Congress and America's public. His message is blunt. Accept it. Your sons and daughters will be sent to fight and die for Israel. So they not even hiding no more, man. Like they know their time is almost up, so they coming with everything they got. They bringing out all the big guns. They letting you know what time it is, man. So let's grab another precept right here, Revelation 12 and 12. Revelation 12, Revelation 12 and 12, NLT. And it says, therefore, O rejoice, O you who live in the heavens, rejoice. But terror will come on earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you in great anger, knowing he has a little time. It said, knowing his time is almost up, this dude is finna bring out everything that he got, man. That's why they over there going over there in Nigeria, going over there in Venezuela and trying to steal their oil, steal their resources. They getting prepared, man. They getting ready and getting riled up. Even with the 6G that they talking about that now, the 6G, the 7G, all that stuff is coming out. Like I said, what else I was just saying? It was something else I wanted to mention too. Hopefully it comes back to me. But yeah, man, we in those times. So like you said, they not even hiding no more. They says where the plans to make the case for escalation for Congress and America public says his message is blunt. Accept it. Your sons and daughters will be sent to fight and die for Israel. Right? So, hey man, get ready. This devil know he has but a short time, so he's gonna use everything he got to make our lives worse, man, to make it harder for us. It's gonna be famine of the word, the blackouts, the food shortage, the Wi-Fi shortage, the water shortage, everything they can. They gonna get it, everybody and beat them into submission, man. To bring out what's the main thing they're trying to do is that MOTB, that new world order, that one government, one rulership, one religion, man. Right here, Lindsey Graham has already been briefed and has been detached to beat the war drums. According to Lady Graham, 100 of the U.S. troops are eager to fight and die for Israel in a regional war it provokes. And then America about to get their ass kicked, man. It's all biblical. It says, Cash Patel helped bury the Epstein Island files for Israel and the globalist elite. Now he's repeating the script. See, it's all been written, man. According to Netanyahu, the Bible orders Christians must support the government of modern nation of Israel, the nation created by the Rothschilds in 1947. See that? So this new Israel that's over there now, that's controlled by the Amalekites and the small hats, all this stuff was created, man. They not even the real people. They know it. Revelation 2 and 9, Revelation 3 and 9. They know they're not the real people, man. You know what I'm saying? So they just coming out with any old thing and they have to protect their lie. So they, like I said, they bringing out the big guns. They trying to start World War III. They gonna attempt to fight the Lord. They're gonna continuously constantly oppress the saints, the true Christians who are us, the Israelites of the Bible. And I want to grab another preset real quick. Lord willing, this is edifying. Right here. And we all know that this is not, what the Lord wants. He's not worried about us trying to protect the nation of Israel, them fake ass, small hats, fake ass Jews over there, man. The Lord is all about restoring the nation of Israel. He's bringing back the true Israelites to their land, right? So let's grab that real quick in the book of Jeremiah. Right here, I got it. Jeremiah chapter 30, verses 2 to 3 out of NLT. And it says, "This is what the Adonai Yahweh, the God of Israel, says: write down for the record everything I have said to you, Jeremiah. Here's the point. It says, for the time is coming when I will restore the fortunes of my people of Israel and Judah. I will bring them home to this land that I gave to their ancestors, and they will possess it again. Adonai Yahweh has spoken it." All right, so the Lord wants to restore Israel and bring our people back to the land that He promised us, man. That He made a covenant with. He didn't. He's not trying to worry. He's not trying to protect. This created new generation of Israelites, not Israelites, the new generation of faggot ass Israelis that's over there. Those guys are not the real people. Them Israelis not the real Jews, man. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be the people of the Lord, but they host the biggest Pride Month parade, over there in Israel, right? They over there bombing all these different people, bombing all these kids and children, killing each other, starting wars. The reason Israel is even over there acting bad because they had America has its back, and America is known as the land of the greatest military, the land of the brave, the land of the free, the greatest military on earth. Nobody can stop us. Nobody can beat us. The reason they put Trump up there because Trump is a lot supposedly stronger than Biden. Biden played his role. Biden was a complete fucking imbecile. But Trump is a warmonger. Is a warmonger, man. He has he says whatever he wants, does whatever he wants. That he's playing his character very well. But this is not what the Lord wants. Christians support the government and modern nation of Israel, the nation created by the Rothschilds, 1947. See, so this was all created, man. This is some bullshit right here. Jacob, known as Israel in the Bible, a prophet to sacred Jews, Christians, and Muslims. See, still in our inheritance. Israel, the state is coming. It's like it. Israel, the state is something else entirely. A modern political entity born in violence. See that? They not even. It's not. They know they're not the real people, man. This is something that they created. Netanyahu knows the difference. He just lies about it. See, they have to start all these different wars and start all these different things because they know they have to keep. They can't keep protecting their lives anymore. They know the truth is being revealed. They know the prophets out here in the streets prophesying against this place. Just like he lies about Hamas. In reality, Hamas was created by his government to serve their blood-soaked Zionist agenda. See that? It's all fake, man. It's all a persona. This is a matrix, man. It says the deceit is off the chart. The coming of war is already being financed with American dollars. That's why America's in trillions and trillions of dollars of debt because of this place. And if Netanyahu gets his way, it will be fought with American bodies, which more than likely it will be is being sold as destiny, wrapped in a scripture presented as unavoidable. Americans were told this is God's will, history's demand that their sons and daughters will fight and die for Israel. It says the global elites know exactly what this war is meant to accomplish: bleed American dry, hollow out its sovereignty. If you look at this word sovereignty, that's like his power, and exalt his people into submission. When the dust settles, they won't call it a conquest. They'll call it it's like it. They'll call it an order, a new world order, one authority, one system, one government. See, and I just mentioned that. Let's grab that precept. Revelation, right here, Revelation 13:16. Revelation 13:16 through 17. NLT. Right here, and it says, He required everyone, small and great, rich or poor, free and slave, to be given a mark in the right hand or the forehead, and no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. And see, that's what it's all about. That's what this is the main agenda right here. The global elites know exactly what this war is meant to accomplish. Bleed America dry. How's America getting bled dry? The American dollar is crashing. You got the BRICS nations building, making up their own currencies, trading with each other, trading in gold, trading in their mineral resources, trading in oil, trading all these different things. Knocking the American dollar out of the way, and that's why Trump is attacking the smaller countries because it can't attack China and Russia right now by itself because they are more prepared forces. But people like Venezuela and Nigeria, they have like a considered a smaller military, but they still have ties with China, Russia, and all these different countries. Trading resources back and forth and dropping out that American dollar. Right here, hollow out its sovereignty. Hey, the city of confusion is being broken down, man. It's constantly being broken down. Everything you see here is going to be a wasteland, right? Like I said, the American dollar crashing, inflation, the what is it? The job, you can barely find a job nowadays, man. The job rate is high. The unemployment rate is high, if I'm saying that right. They just had a government shutdown to where they cut off all their food, cut off people food stamps. Right here, and another one it says, and exhausts his people into submission. How is it going to exhaust his people into a submission? By giving you this EBT, by giving you this cash assistance, housing through Section 8, stimulus checks, all the different things with the food that they give you, the sugar cravings, the drugs, the alcohol, the nigger culture, street culture, rap music, gas, your favorite shows, your favorite clothing, all your comforts. They're giving you these things right now so you can eat right out of the palm of their hand. Because what happened when they took away these people's food stamp? These people was going crazy. They was like, oh man, like we can't survive if we ain't got the EBT, we ain't got the government, if we ain't living off the government, and that's what they want. Isaiah chapter 30 and 1 and Isaiah 31 and 1, man. Hey, you trusting these people gonna lead you to your demise and lead you to your destruction. But this is what it's all about, right here. As she said too, it says when the dust settles, they won't call it conquest, they'll call it an order, a new world order, one authority, one system, one government, and that's that mark of the beast. That's how they're gonna get the people. Everything I just named and a lot more things, the water, the food, the bread, everything that you depend on through. Hold on, Salakia. All right, Salakia. Um, Everything that they depend on, you know, they're gonna take it away from you. And once they take it away from you, they're gonna bring in that new world order, which is that mark of the beast. Hey, if you want this water back, you want this food back, you want this Wi-Fi, you want all these different things, you want your comforts back, take this mark. Then you're gonna have to make a choice, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who thinks they got one foot in, one foot out, who's lukewarm with the Lord, who want to be here, want to be there, want to be knowing the Israelites and knowing Yahweh Yahweh's name, but still don't call Jesus Christ. Everybody, man, everybody's gonna have to come to a point to where they make a choice, right? You either gonna take this mark of the beast or you're gonna choose the Lord, man, right? So this right here, this is what it's all about. Again, bleed American dry, hollow out his sovereignty, his power, and exhausts his people into submission. They're gonna beat you into submission by constantly giving you everything, making you comfortable, making everything accessible for you. They're taking it all away and presenting you with this mark. Hey, if you want this back, you got to take this chip, man. The RFID microchip. Like I said, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. If any of these other guys is preaching that the mark of the beast is sin or sleeping with a white woman or any different thing other than RFID microchip, they not teaching the right doctrine. So let's continue. Right here, and it says, as for Netanyahu, Salaki Netanyahu, he isn't coming to DC to warn about war. He's baiting it. And America once again is being positioned as Israel's blood sacrifice. See, using it as a puppet. It says Netanyahu's allies and proxies inside the U.S. are now pushing for hate speech laws, molded, they say, on measures rushed through Australia after the Bondi Beach false flag terror attack, designed not to protect anyone but to silence criticism of Israel. But mostly he's going to come after the prophets, the ones who's speaking against this agenda, the ones who's not complying with their agenda, the ones who's speaking out against it. Opposition to Israel will be classified as a hate crime, and those found guilty sent to prison for 5 years. Here, Zionist Congressman Randy Fine with details. See that? So now soon it's gonna be here. It's gonna be a famine of the word, man. We not finna be out here teaching on these streets no more. They finna crack down on everybody who they know your name, they know your address, they know all of this, man. So they finna crack down on it. That's why I said the devil's coming down with great wrath. Right here, let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 8. Amos 8. I think 11. Yep. Amos chapter 8, verse 11 and 12. And it says, the time is surely coming, says the sovereign Lord, Adonai Yahweh, will I send a famine on the land, not famine of bread or water, but hearing the words of the Adonai Yahweh. So the Lord is finna get the prophets off the streets, man. All these different things are finna happen, and they gonna come against us. They know our YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? They know where we at. They can see it through the VPNs. We're gonna read the details in a minute. So in a minute, we not even finna be out here, man. They finna crack down on all this stuff, and we speaking out against Israel. We speaking out against America's agenda and all these different things, if we're not teaching what they want us to teach, like these pastors, or these so-called guys that took the bag, they finna come get us, man, and lock us up in those prisons, and those times is coming. Right here it says people will stagger from sea to sea, wander from border to border, searching for the word of the Lord, but they will not find it. And that's for these 2/3, man. You guys are out here not believing the prophets, want to scoff against the prophets, not want to believe on what the things these prophets are saying when we out there teaching it. But you want to trust in America, you want to trust in the so-called white man, Esau Edom, you're gonna die right along with him. And when the time comes when Esau Edom has betrayed you, America has let you down, has put you to shame, then you're gonna be trying to come back. Hey, where are the prophets? Where's those YouTube videos? We ain't gonna be nowhere to be found, man. The Lord is gonna make this word scarce, right? And this is also this is the agenda as well. Let's continue. It says right here. It says this isn't about stopping violence. It's about interrecting the First Amendment. Well, the First Amendment is freedom of speech. If I'm not wrong, it says enslaving Americans, promoting globalism, and making resistance to war or crime offense. It says if you're not anonymous online, you're exposed. See that? So they already know everything, man. We not anonymous online. We show our faces. We stand in the corners. You know what I'm saying? We not hiding, man, because we stand firm for Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And it says, and when this legislation passes, which it will pass, these times are coming, with these Zionist psychopaths in charge, no one is off limits. Protect yourself with only VPN that hasn't been compromised by Israel or WEF. It's too late for us, man. We already Hey, we our faces already on here. They already know our VPNs. Hey, they already know what's going on. Right here, it says Lord Jacob Rothschild was a joker when he said his family created the state of Israel. See, it said it was part of centuries of old plan by the hidden hands down control humanity from the shadows to usher in the third war, the final war in the plan three. The war is the third war coming quickly, and that's what's going on right now. It's coming up quick, man. 2026 could be the year of the end all be all. Lord willing, it is. It says the agenda was decided in advance. What you're witnessing now is the mental conditioning to make you accept it. The war isn't just on battlefield; it's on the internet. It's on your mind. That's how I do in the AI technology. We're consent and being manufactured in real time. It says, heard of the Hegelian dialectic. It's a framework for guiding thoughts and actions into conflict that lead to synthetic solutions that can only be introduced when those being manipulated to take a side that will advance a predetermined agenda. Pick, like I said, that's that mark of the beast. You either gonna take that mark, or you either gonna choose the Lord, or you're gonna take the RFID microchip and be controlled by them. You're gonna be like branded as a slave to them, right? Instead of choosing the Lord, you want to choose that mark. Your ass gonna get hit with them nukes, man. Your ass gonna receive that harsh judgment from the Lord. Or hey, make your body live a sacrifice for Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Go ahead and get thrown in them concentration camps, man. Go ahead and get thrown in them prisons. John and Peter and all them was getting thrown into prisons, getting beat for the Lord. Hey, that's the same thing we got to go through, right? Hey, so we gotta get our minds right, get ready. That's why we gotta meditate on these scriptures daily. We gotta constantly pray and fast that our minds and our mental be stable for these times. That's why I says knowledge of wisdom. That's why I says knowledge of wisdom should be the stability of our times, man. Right here, and it says the moment you recognize the script, you step outside it, they lose power over you. See, we out of that matrix. You know what I'm saying? The truth should make you free, man. Right? It's another precept I want to grab real quick. Let me see. I think it's John chapter 8, verse 32. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, let's go to John chapter 8, verse 32 out of NLT. John chapter 8, verse 32, and it says, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And that's what we're doing right now. We free from this mental bondage. We free from this matrix. You know, we're not thinking the same way. We're not acting the same way. We put off the old man. We put on the new man, and we see things through the spiritual lens. We know this is a spiritual warfare. We're not worried about Esau eating the so-called white man. We're not worried about trusting him or leaning on him for anything. We trusting in Yahweh Yahweh Shai. We see through the bullshit. So we see that, like you said, that's why they kept us from reading back in the day. They know how powerful we can be if we just picked up the book and actually read and understood what the hell was supposed to go on. But it wasn't supposed to happen in those times. It's supposed to happen right now. And we in those times right now, man. Again, it says the moment you recognize the script, which we recognize because we are not ignorant to Satan's devices, we have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You step outside it and they lose their power over you. See that? They lost our power over us because we hip to the bullshit. We see right through it. Um, let's continue. Expose the Illuminati forces behind the world events. I'm trying to see what else. I guess we can read this. It says he made his life's mission to expose the Illuminati and satanic forces behind the world events on June 28th, 2021. Broadcast he predicted 9/11, adding that the government would use Osama bin Laden as a scapegoat. See that? That's why they was over there in Iraq. That's why they was over there, in Afghanistan, taking their oil and resources and claiming they had weapons of mass destruction and claiming Osama bin Laden was the head of all the bullshit. Right? Same thing they're doing in Venezuela. Oh, they're over there dealing drugs and they're drug trafficking. The biggest drug trafficker in the world is America. How do you think all these drugs got over here without America got his hand in the pot? How do you think these guns got all on the streets and these liquor stores and all that thing? America has set up shop a long time ago and finally want to blame somebody else. Same thing he's doing in Nigeria. America don't give a fuck about no Christians. He's over there trying to steal their gold, oil, and resources, man. And we all know that 9/11 was, it was staged. Just like a lot of these different things, man. It's a script. We see through the bullshit, man. That's why this truth will make you free when you come into this truth, man. You got to put off that old way of thinking. You got to look outside the box. You got to see the bigger picture. A lot of these two-third niggas and a lot of these people who who think they know, they can't see beyond their front yard. We see the bigger picture. We see that salvation coming from Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. We see that the kingdom is at hand. We not worried about this stuff, man. We celebrating. We ready. Our minds has been mentally prepared and ready for this for years, man. Right? Right here it said 11. He said less than 11 weeks later, his prediction became a reality as the federal government dumped American citizens and the rest of the world into believing a fabricated story. See that? So it's all bullshit, man. It says right here if you're doing your own research, and it says if you're speaking and if you are speaking truth, you are a target. Netanyahu has confirmed it himself. So we already know we've been targets, man. The prophets of old back in the day, they were targets. They were told not to preach the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. They were told not to preach the word of the Lord. And they were, like I said, they were beaten for it. Yahweh Shah was crucified for doing the work of the Lord, beaten, thrown in concentration camps, thrown into prisons, whatever, man. And we gotta accept that same fate. We gotta be ready, man. Let me see. There are a few things you need to know to keep. See, this ain't gonna save us. Hey, the Lord already got this. Um, right here. Proton is found. World Economic Forum at least pushing Klaus Schwab digital ID surveillance cage. We know that's coming. Uh, right here, they even got one over there I seen in Niger. They starting to push out those digital IDs. The UK starting to push out digital IDs. That's already started happening. It ain't no point in hiding yourself, man. They already know who he is. Um, I think that was it. Yep. So that was the main point, man. Hey, we in those times, man. 2026, Lord willing, that's the year of end all be all. Last precept I want to grab before I get off of here, I think is Revelation 14 and 20. Check my notes. Click the wrong one. Let me see. Revelation 20, Salakia. Revelation 20 and 4, Salakia. Revelation 20, verse 4. This is what's gonna happen, man. If you don't take that if you don't comply with their agenda. And it says, then I saw the thrones of people sitting behind them, given authority to judge, and I saw souls of those who had been beheaded for the testimony about Yahweh Shah and for the proclaiming of the word of Yahweh. They had not worshipped the beast and his statue, nor accepted his mark on their forehead and their heads. They all come to life again, and they reign with Hamashiach for 1,000 years. And that's us, man. Lord, we're part of that number. The ones who's going against the agenda, who's speaking out against the agenda, hey, those are the ones they're gonna come after, man. You're gonna be beheaded, like I said, thrown into prisons, beaten, tortured. You can read that in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. Hey, they're gonna torture you, they're gonna test you, they're gonna be talking shit to you. Hey, if this is a true man, if you the true man of the Lord, ain't he supposed to come and save you? Same thing he did, Satan did when he was shot. When he took him to the mountains and said, if hey, jump off this cliff. If the Lord will save you, he should turn those rocks to bread, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they gonna be talking shit to us. But we gotta stand firm in our faith, right? We gotta stand firm in our faith. I think I got one more. Uh right here. The last one. So again, right here, again, hey, like I said, we gonna be tried, man. Our faith gonna be tested with our mark of the beast, man. We gonna have to make a choice. We don't comply. We speak out against it. We already made our side. That's why you got to be better than rooting your Hawaii Hawashai. But just be prepared for the things that's coming with it, man. Right here, the last one. First Peter 5:8 through 9. NLT, last one. And it says, stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy. See, we got to stay alert. We got to keep watching out for prophecy. Who's the great enemy? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. The devil. That's who Esau, Edom. That's why Esau, Edom is the devil. He's Satan himself. He prowls around like a roaring lion, prowling for someone to devour. It says, stand firm against him and be strong in your faith. Remember that your Christian brothers and sisters all over the world are going through the same kind of suffering you are. You see that? So the Lord telling you to stay firm. Stand firm against him. Be strong in your faith, no matter what the circumstances. Don't take that mark, no matter what circumstances. Don't apply with their agenda, no matter what circumstances. Stay strong, stay rooted in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man, because these times are coming. So that pretty much was it. Just want to bring that out, man. We in these times, man. We are in these times. So again, want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Again, all praise and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who brought out this truth many, many years ago, still to this day preaching this truth. I truly hope this lesson was edifying. Again, Shalom.